Welcome. Welcome to everybody in the world. I saw Mandy on there before I come out here. How you going? Nice sunny day. It's a beautiful day here again, a blue sky day. All the kites are up today, so when the wind flies, comes up in Bali, which we get an afternoon breeze here, all the kites go up and there's like the sky's just full of kites. It's very cool. Yeah, so welcome to the class today. We'll do some stretching while we just wait for the other people to come, mate. Just warm ourselves up for the day. So welcome to the people in Europe that are coming in today. And I think there's some people from South Africa coming today as well. So we're in a different time zone. So it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Bali today. And so the welcome to the people, or if the afternoon, it'll be early evening in New Zealand, Australia, yeah. Or very early in the morning in Europe. It's a good time to do Qigong in the morning, eh? It's called turtleneck, this exercise. You go out that way from your shell and then you go the other way and scoop up the other way, yeah? Such a good exercise for your neck. You get a lot of tension in our neck muscles and the ligaments and tendons in our neck. You get a lot of tension in them and all the energy travels between them, so you want all the energy to be nice and stretched so the energy can travel through your neck into your brain. Sometimes I don't know whether it's a good idea or not. Maybe it'd be better to have your mind quiet, I'm not sure. It's funny, so it's been quiet all day, and right on cue when we start filming, the guy across the road starts knocking. They're building this big thing over there, but they've been quiet all day until just now, I say. Go figure that one. He might be sitting there watching, oh, there they are doing Qigong. We'll start banging nails. Who knows? To our shoulders, eh? Let's go back a bit. No, there's lots of people. Josephine's busy writing on the board. Lots of people to say hello to today in a second. Our elbows. I was watching something yesterday which is totally irrelevant, but I just thought it was fantastic. The world record for clapping, he does 17 claps in a second. Yeah, 17 claps in a second. And he goes clap, 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 clap like that. But he goes really flat out and he does 17 a second, holds the world record for it. It's phenomenal. Oh, so we're going to say hello to a few people. So, Mandy, I've already said hello to Mandy. Brendan, Celine, Dennis. It is Dennis. I can't pronounce that. Eva, Gina, Jennifer, Laurie, Lisa, Marie, Kirsty, Martina, Natasha, Jeff, Neff, Nita, Rebecca, Serene, Shamila, Steph, Val, Johan, and Johan. One of them. There's some more people there too. I'm just going to write them out for you. Welcome to the class. So I'm not quite sure. There's new names there, so this is from different people. So if you're coming in from Europe, when you finish today, because I leave it on afterwards, can you just put on the your comments before you just sign off on Zoom? Can you just put? We'll leave the chat open. Can you just put where you come from? I'm always fascinated from where people come from the world, and I love having the connection with the world, people all connecting together and from different parts of the world, and I just quite like to see where it's coming from. I think it's fantastic. So there you go. Anyway, do your wrists. Also, I leave it on at the end too. I forgot to mention the other day. I leave them on at the after it, and just so you can have any comments, or if you ask any questions, you want to ask any questions, I'll leave the Zoom on. I'll just leave the chat on. So if you want to ask any questions after class, and then I can come and answer them next time we come back on class. And if you're only coming to the Tuesday, if you can't come to the Tuesday class, you can only come to the Thursday because of the time. Just say that, and then I'll answer the question on the Thursday's class, not on the Tuesdays, which you won't be there, which is no use to you at all. But at least I thought of that anyway. So do that, and so if you ask any questions, you're very welcome to after class. So as I say, I'll leave it on for you. Oh, some people will see where they're from. Oh, that's... Hang on. Say that again, and I'll mention them for the other people, because other people won't know where the people come from. Oh, they're written down so people will be able to see it. Germany, where was Germany? Italy, Madrid, Munich, Sweden, Switzerland, Thursday Island. Welcome. And New South Wales. Where else was it the first one you said? Australia, Melbourne, Perth, Singapore. That's very cool. I love all those European countries. They're great. We've been to a few of them. European countries. Well, Australia's not a European country, but that's a New Zealand and Australia, brother and sister. Moscow. Oh, there we go. Peterborough, England. Ballarat, Victoria, New Zealand. Oh, that's very cool. Well, thanks for writing down. I really like that. It's great. If you've ever heard me talk about time, that time doesn't exist. So everywhere in the world right now, we're in exactly the same second. Everywhere from Moscow to Italy to here to New Zealand, we're all in the world at exactly the same second. We can't be anywhere else. It's just because the world's rotating, then mankind have made up the concept of time. And so you're on the other side of the world. But the truth is that we're all actually on the planet at exactly the same second. And I think that's fantastic. So when you're somewhere and everybody else is there's no distance. We're exactly here right now, and I think that's very good. I'll explain how you do that. It's one of those things I do in class. If you could imagine yourself standing outside the planet Earth, and you're in space, and you can breathe, because you probably can't, but you can for this case. You're standing up beside the planet, and you're looking back at planet Earth, and if you look at the sun, is there any day or night? And the answer, of course, is there's no day or night. It's just right here, right now, the present. And the sun and you are just present to that space. Can't be anywhere else. There's no day or night at all. And when you look back at the world, the whole world's in the same second. Can't be anywhere else. The whole galaxy's in the same idea or concept of the same second, at the same important time. And we've just created this idea of time in the world, but the truth is we all live in the same second. We have to. There's no other place we can be. And that's really cool, and that's about living in the present, about understanding that. And the concept of time has taken us away from the connection of the presence. It allows us to be either in the memory or casting forward. But when you know that you can only be standing looking at the sun and you can't be anywhere else, and neither can anybody else be there, then it brings you right back to just you being present in the present moment. I think that's a very cool thing. A bit of philosophy for the day. Very cool. Cool, just bend forward, eh? Bend forward. This is for your back. So you stretch your back, all your vertebrae in your back. Tuck your head down, put your head between your legs. And then stretch up and go the other way, eh? And then forward again. And then back again. Go, just a bit more to the one side and then the other, eh? It's so important to stretch the ligaments, tendons, and all the muscles surrounding your spinal column, because all the nerves come out through your spinal column, so you don't want any tension in those muscles. It affects the nerves, of course, obvious. So it's really good we stretch side to side, forward and backwards, and then we twist around and around. Quite a few exercises do that as well, so it's important. We just do our hips. So if you come in early on the classes, just do your own stretching, because there's lots of different ways of stretching. I just doing a few. There's a whole stretching pattern, but I don't want to spend all day stretching. So as I say, you come in early, you can just do some stretching yourself, and then when we get going, we'll just do a few warm-ups, and then the other way around, eh? To our knees. And squat down. Keep your heels on the ground if you can. It doesn't matter whether you can or not. It's a good stretch, eh? Stretch all the ligaments and tendons. Good. And then go down, up. Very cool. These circles of your foot. We're going to do a couple of exercises for balance today. The balance is really important in our life, and we're given two legs for a reason, but balance creates an energetic pathway that's quite different. If you're standing on two, you get two lots, but when you're standing on one, it shock loads all the meridians because all energy goes into one leg instead of two. And it's a good way to flush the energy out through your channels, or out through the meridians in your legs, and we'll do an exercise later that does that stands on one leg, but we'll do a couple of warm-up exercises first, yeah? Very cool. Sorry? Did somebody ask a question? Yeah. Somebody said, is there any tips for lower back pain? It all depends what's causing lower back pain. If it's an injury where you've actually hurt yourself, the tip would go to an acupuncturist. Of course, I'm proactive acupuncturist. Go and get Chinese medicine done to take away the inflammation and help the healing of the back. If your lower back's just aching and you haven't actually hurt it, it's a classic symptom of kidney yang or kidney yin deficiency. So when your kidneys get empty, and your kidneys are like your battery in your body, if they get empty, they ache. And you'll get this lower back pain and right down to your sacrum, and you'll get this, oh God, I feel stiff. And quite often it's just a kidney problem. It's nothing to do with your back at all, it's the kidneys are aching. So, as I say, it depends on what's causing that. But if it's a structural thing, then any exercises where you're mobilizing your back, now be really careful with this, because you don't, if somebody's got a slip disc, of course you don't want to be doing this, but otherwise you're moving, and this is the whole idea. We're moving from side to side, you're moving your spine, and you're getting the momentum moving inside your spine, but you're also stretching and releasing the ligaments, tendons around your spine to take away the pressure. But it all depends whether there's damage. If there's damage, it's a different thing. But if there's not, it's just a blockage of energy. Then the stretching, slow stretching is good. Don't do really fast stretches and rip around, go nice and slow, and just let the body loosen itself up. One of the best ways to do this is for you not to do it. And that is, if I'd use Josephine, but I haven't told her, but if you get a person in front of you, and I won't go and grab her and bring her into the class because she doesn't know I was going to do that, is you actually stretch somebody for them and you turn them right around, because when you're stretching yourself for your back, if you're turning this way to stretch your spine, or you're going the other way to stretch your spine, yeah? To do that, you have to use muscles to get yourself to go around. You've actually got to use muscles to pull yourself around, yeah? So it's hard to relax when you're using your own muscles to get there. But if you get somebody else to do it, if you get a partner to do it, and just sit there and get them and just turn them around and get you to turn around, and then you can just relax and let on a relaxed muscle turn. So you're not using any tension. And so you can go right around and then come all the way back to the other side on a relaxed muscle. But as I say, when you do it, you've got to load your own body up, so you're fighting energy against energy, which is funny, quite counterproductive in lots of ways. It's like doing stretching. Best way to stretch is get somebody else to do it for you. Well, no, get somebody else to do it so you can relax so they can stretch you. Something like that anyway. Good question. But if there is some other question, just message me at the end and I'll message you back. Yeah, cool. So I want to start with a different exercise today out of the Bhagwan Jin. And exercise is primarily designed to open up the three jowls, the upper jowl, the middle jowl, and the lower jowl. So if they call them burners, the triple warmers or the triple burners, upper burner, middle burner, lower burner, but in Chinese medicine it's the triple jowl. Jowl is, it's called san jowl because san means three. So the idea is that the top part or the upper jowl is to do with respiration, to do with your lungs and your heart. Middle jowl is to do with your digestive, which all your digestive organs live in here. And then the lower part is all about elimination. Well, I'm going to do an exercise for that today, which is out of the first, it's the first exercise of the Bhagwan Jin. And this exercise we're going to do it some modified versions, and it's really good to balance these three parts up. But also it builds strength and power inside your body, and it's good for your immune system. So we're going to do that one today. So the hands start from the bottom, and you turn the hands up. And you breathe in as they come up. We're going to do this a couple of times, so I'll go nice and slow. And breathe up. Oh, actually what we forgot to do, just turn your hands over and bring the energy down and bring it back to your dantian. And we forgot to do something. We forgot to bow, didn't we? Okay. Bring your feet together. Put your hands on the side. So the bow is about connecting everybody in the planet together from all those places today. We're all watching, connect you all together so we can, inside our own field, and we create this energetic field in the planet, which is very cool. Roll back onto your thumbs. Bring your left hand underneath, and right hand on top. 2 thumbs together. Gong, make a fist with your left hand, cover it with your right. Bring it towards your heart, and down to your physical center. There you go, we're all connected. And if you come in afterwards to watch the show, because I get a lot of people to watch the show, it's interesting. Watch the show, it's a show, whatever. It's a live show, we're all having fun together. So if you come in afterwards and you're watching this after it's been recorded and it's up on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching this right now, when you bow like that, even though this is a recording and we've done it before, when you bow, you connect to the same energetic. It doesn't make any difference. So doing the class now, it's as though that you're in the energy field itself. It doesn't go away. So just know that it stays like that no matter when you're doing it, yeah? Cool. So we start with our feet We start with our feet, our balls of our feet. So we're standing on the front part of our feet, heels on the ground. And I want to connect your head strength. The top of your head is Barkway's the point. It's do 20, come down the top of your head. And it connects to heaven, the theory of the energetic of yang, and the feet connect to yin. So they have this yin and yang connection, yep. So the hands face towards the bottom to where, so the Lao Gong point in your hand is facing towards the ground. You're going to bring the hands up the front. You're going to turn them over, and you're going to push them towards the sky. Good. And then you're going to breathe in and bring them down. And you're going to breathe out and you're going to push them back up again. So the energy is coming out through the palm of your hands as you're breathing out. And you're going to breathe the energy as you breathe in through your palm of your hand. You breathe in your hands and you're going to go into the upper gel, breathing in. Feel the expansion. And then breathe out. In and out through your nose, eh? Breathe in. I could see all the kites up here. It's very cool. And breathe out. Do one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now we're going to breathe into the middle gel. So breathing in through the hands and into the Lao Gong, down your arms, into the middle gel. Breathing in. Feel it expand. And bring your elbows down to the side. And then breathe out, push them back up. Breathe in, bring them down the side. Breathe out, push them up. Breathe in. Push them up again. Good. Now breathe in and bring them to the side. Breathe in. Now keep looking ahead now. Bring your hands down, breathing out. Good. Breathe in as they rise. Don't take them above your shoulders, just your shoulders, and then breathe out as they go down. Just go into the lower gel, so you breathe into the lower gel. And you're breathing into the ground, from the ground into the lower gel. And then breathe out. And we'll do one more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good, we'll do the sequence again, eh? So as we talked just before we start, when you do the breathing to the upper gel, middle gel, lower, you feel like your lungs and your heart expanding, so you feel your chest expand. And then breathe out. Then you do the middle gel and you feel your abdomen expanding, your side of your rib cage expanding, everything expands, and then you breathe out. Then the lower gel, you breathe right down to your pelvic floor muscles, and the people who do Pilates will understand when you breathe down the pelvic floor, you can feel the pressure on the pelvic floor. You can feel the pushing down on. And you want that, and then you breathe out. So we're expanding these areas in our body, our chest, our stomach, and our lower dantian, yeah? Okay, so we're starting from the bottom. Turn your palms up. Gathering the energy from the ground, breathing in. Turn them over at your eyes, at yin tongue. Turn them over and push out, breathing out. Breathe into the upper gel. Feel your chest expand. And breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. We're looking at the hands, we're looking up. Breathing in. And breathing out. Down to the side, middle jiao, our stomach, spleen, liver, pancreas, small and large intestine. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, bring your elbows, hands down, and then looking straight forward, breathing out. Breathing into your lower dantian, right down to your pelvic floor muscles. Breathing out. One more time. And we're going to do the whole set one more time, eh? Breathing in as it comes up the front. Looking up, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Middle jiao. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel the abdomen expand. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring your hands down, breathing in. Palms down, breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to go into the Shiva Shi set now, the Shiva Shi Tai Chi Gung, and we're going to do Embrace the Mountain. It's going to open our lungs and our heart, yeah? So rock back onto your heels. So even though you're on your heels, toes are on the ground, but there's just no weight in them, they're just touching the ground. And we're going to rock forward onto the front balls of your feet. And when we do that, don't bring the heels off, they're just touching the ground too. So all you're moving is from the front to the back. You're just changing weight inside your feet, but don't have the toes or don't have the heels coming off the ground, and leave them stay on the ground even though there's no weight in them. Just leave them still touching. Cool. So we start off and rock back onto our heels. Bring our hands to the front. Turn palms towards palms. And then rock onto the front part of our feet as we open. Rock back on the heels as we close. Good. Stay on the heels as the hands go down. So you only go forward and backwards. When you open, you rock forward when you open. And we walk back when we close. And we come down. As we come down and up, there's no movement. We stay on our heels, eh? Very good. Breathing in, long breath. Breathing in. Breathing in. Imagine yourself standing in front of a big mountain and drawing the energy of the mountain into you. And then breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing in. Two more. I say this is for your lungs and for your heart. So strengthen your lungs, strengthen your heart. And power into your heart. One more. Very good. So the next one's an exercise for firing your heart. I have to explain a little bit. Most people that have done my classes, I would have talked to you about this before. Firing the heart is agitation of the heart. It's like when you get too much heat in your heart. And you know when you got too much heat, you either have heat in your heart or fire in your heart. And if you have fire in your heart, you'll get nighttime, you'll get nightmares. It'll mess with your mind. And during the day, the same thing. If you've got a lot of heat in your heart, a lot of fire in your heart, it'll just make you manic. You'll feel like you're all over the place, and you just things aren't really balanced as such. So this is an exercise, and so it came to me while I wasn't going to do this exercise, but it came to me while we were doing the last one. So somebody in this group that you're out there needs to let rid of some of the fire out of your heart, which is probably a lot's going on in the world at the moment. It's probably a very prevalent thing. So people always ask me what causes fire in your heart. There can be a few things. You can have too much heat in the body. You can get it through numerous weather. You can get it from weather. You can get it from external factors. Internal factors, you can get it from food, you can get it from fevers, you can get it from all sorts of things, and the heat gets in your body and then it doesn't release. And so then the body just stays hot. Sometimes you get children that are really, really hot. They have hot babies. If their mum was hot, then the baby will be hot. And then you've actually got to regulate the temperature because the body doesn't know how to regulate itself. And quite often if you're a really hot person, it's just that you've got your thermostat turned up a bit, and you can actually turn it down. So with either Chinese herbs or acupuncture will do that. But when you get that heat into your heart, it disturbs you. It disturbs your Shen, your soul that lives in your heart, the you piece, the one that in there, the energetic part of you, not the physical part of you. And so there, it disturbs that, and they get a thing called when your Shen is unhoused, and they call it, when you do these exercises, it talks about housing your Shen and bringing your Shen back in your heart again. These exercises get rid of that heat out of your heart. We're going to do a lot of those exercises, actually the Qigong systems have an exercise that does this because it's quite a common thing. One of the biggest things that creates heat in the heart, besides the other ones I was talking about, is stress, worry and anxiety and those sort of things. That'll put heat in your heart very quickly, yeah. So this is how you get rid of it. So Bhagwan Journey exercise. Bring your feet apart slightly. Yep. And you're going to sit down. As you sit down, stay on the front part of your feet. Your knees go out towards your feet, so the knees are above your feet. Tuck your bum underneath. Tuck your bum forward and then relax. Don't have your bum sticking out. Bring it forward and relax. Yep. Then bring your hands and turn them over so your thumbs are facing backwards. Yeah, like that. And just sit there. Yeah. Then we're going to go down the front part, and you can watch me. Going to go down the right leg. In your case, this is the left side for you. And I'm going to look across the front like that. Keep my back relatively straight. And then I'm going to come up the left leg and back to the centre. Yeah. And for you, if you're watching me, it's the right side of the side. You're going to go down that side, across the front, and then back up to the front. Come back into the posture, and then tuck your bum underneath and relax. Yeah. As we do this, we're going to breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to breathe out as we go. And you want to looking forward. You're going to breathe out through the mouth, and you're using the lungs chi to breathe out the heat out of your heart. Yeah. From there. So take a breath in. And then Look to your right. Well, actually, I'll do it to you. I'll mirror you. Go to the right. Breathing out. Come up your left. Good. Then down the left, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing out. Check your pelvis. Breathing out. Breathe in. Stand slowly back up and then bring your legs back in again. That's a great exercise. So that's how you bend it out of the body. It's one of the ways, as I say, that most Qigong sets have an exercise somewhere that does the fire in the heart. Very prevalent. So it's interesting that we've had the anxiety, stress and worry thousands of years, because that exercise is very, very old. So it just shows you it doesn't change. We've still got it going on. So we want to do another exercise to do with the heart today. We're going to do another one. And I usually do Sage Presents Peach because it's such a famous exercise. And it's such a good exercise to do that. But I want to do a different one. And it's going to be, I'm going to do that exercise for the heart from the 5 elements. I started to do it for a little while ago when the things were happening in the world. I did it to take away stress, but I think we need to do it again today. So the heart exercise, the hands come up to the side. It's 5 elements. 5 elements, it's the fire element, and it's to do with the heart and the small intestine. So the hands come up the side. Now I'm going to go the same side, which is your right side, and then your hand pushes out. Yep. Then it turns back to the front. And you bring your energy down the outside of the arm. And I'll explain a little bit more about what's going on with that. I just want to show you the exercise. Then we're going to go up the other side. I'm going to push the hand forward. Don't lock the arm though, have the arm slightly bent. Come round to the side. And then bring the hands down. Very good. Good. So as we come up the side, as we come to the side, just our hips are turning. Our hands follow our hips up, and it looks like that, but I'm going to turn around front so you can see it. So the top hand's like that, I'm looking underneath the top hand, and the other hand's like that. So one hand's that way, and one hand's that way. And then I'm going to push forward. Don't go too far forward, just right here, and then push the bottom hand forward. Don't straighten your arm, it's slightly bent. Then turn your hips around to the front. Hand on your heart channel, bring your energy down your heart channel. Good. Then we turn up to the left side, your hands up, push your hand forward, come back to the front, and then bring your hand down. Good. Breathe in for the exercise. Breathe in as we come up. And breathe out as we push the hand forward. This is in and out through the nose, this exercise. Breathing in through the nose. And then we bring the energy down the heart channel. It travels down the outside of the arm. We bring the energy down the heart channel, cleaning the heart channel out. It goes out through the little finger. And the energy just goes out through the little finger, clear it out. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing in. Just have your arms relaxed as possible. Keep your shoulders down as best you can. Relax your shoulders. Turn from the hips. One more each side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Very good. What I do next is stay in the Shiva Shir. We'll go back to the Shiva Shir. Sorry, that was from the 5 element. Shiva Shir exercises for the kidneys, the lungs and the spleen. So if you understand that kidneys the battery, the lungs get the energy from the oxygen we breathe, and the spleen gets the energy from the food we eat. So we're tonifying all the ways that we get, and join those together, you get Yuan Qi, you get Gu Qi, Da Qi, creates Yuan Qi, which is like our vital energy in our body. And this creates it. So this is boosting your kidneys and boosting your immune system doing this exercise. It's called, I've got to think of what the name is. I'm going to do the exercise and think of what it's called in a second. Bring their hands up. Now I'm going to do the same thing. You're going to do your right hand, turn your right palm up. Comes down. Keep the elbow down. Comes forward. Comes up, keep the elbow down. It's called silk hands, by the way. I did remember it at the end. Breathing in, breathing out. And as we come across the hand, you turn the hand over, and it slides. Don't let it touch, though. It slides across the top of the hand. The hand stays in front of your heart. It comes back. Keep the elbow down. So keep the elbow down. So to down there. Don't lift your elbow up. Keep your elbow down. Comes around. Across the bottom. Comes up. Back to the front. Forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now, all this exercise is coming from your hips. My hips turning brings my arm back. My hip turns back to the front, and it brings the arms back. Yeah, so it's all being generated from the pelvis here. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. We'll do one more each side. Actually, we started on this side, so we need to do two, otherwise we'll have one more than we've done on the other side, so we better balance it up. Otherwise make you walk funny. Breathing in. That's it. That's the last one. Breathing out. Hands over the top. Both hands together. Slide them back, bring them down. Good. Now we're going to go into the long life set now. Long life Qigong. No, sorry, not long life. We're going to go into the Zhang Gong. Zhang Gong is a set of static postures where you hold the postures. We're going to do one particular one, which is the end. And you're going to stand on one leg. So it's interesting because they're all really quite strong, strenuous exercise, and they save pretty much the hardest one to last when your legs are really, really tired. But we're not in that state, so we are quite lucky. So you're going to stand on one leg. That leg comes up, so it goes that way. It's like kicking a soccer ball. Your foot's that way, so you don't foot's this way, it's this way. Yep. The other hand faces towards your hand, and it's facing down that way. And the other hand's going to be facing like that. And you're going to stand on one leg like that, yep? Now, whichever side you started, I'm not sure what side I started, if you copy me, you'll be doing the opposite, but it doesn't matter, we're going to change anyway. And you'll feel when you're standing in this posture, you'll feel your foot grabbing and feel letting go, grabbing, and you'll feel your tendons and the legs, they're changing weight, trying to work out where the balance is, be okay with that. The more you practice these exercises, the less you'll have that movement. Good, and then bring your hands put down, and as you bring the hand down, then both palms come up so that both, one's up, one's down the center of there, and then it comes up and it turns around. Now this is a bit tricky, it turns around, and one goes up and one goes down that way. And the foot goes forward, yep, that way. Bring the hand down, foot to the other side. Both hands go down, change weight. Turn the hand up. Get to there. The foot comes out, and the hand turns around. And the one goes down that way. Very good. Now, when we're doing this, the other part to this is you stick your hip out. You poke this hip out that way. Yeah, that way. Yeah. So you're standing there like that. I'm not saying this is a particularly easy exercise, but it's a very good exercise. So at this stage, if you find that you're wobbling around, you put your foot down, don't worry about it. It's fine, just pick it back up. You can actually rest your foot on the ground if you want to. You can have there, you can put the foot, actually rest it on the leg if you want to. Yeah, you can do both, it doesn't really matter too much. At this stage, you're just learning about the energetic pathways will still be open. The other part's more of a physical part of the exercise, but the energetic is still the same. Good. You bring it down, your hand down. Now we're going to stay with this style of exercise, and this is a different version of the same exercise, but we're going to stay with it for what it does. And this was from Long Life Qigong. We jumped to another system, and that runs from starting with your palms that way, then turn both palms up, yeah, and then you can bring the hand up. As you bring the hand up, it turns over and goes to there. At the same time you go down. Yes, I'll do that start again. You're using your right hand first. I'm mirroring you, so you just follow me on your side. It's the right hand, bring the right hand up. And as it gets to halfway, and as it goes up above you, then you lower yourself down. Yep. And then you come up, and both hands, and they're going to change it halfway. Halfway there, and then we're going to go down, back down again with the top to the other side. Yeah. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Looks like half a yin-yang symbol. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Do one more each side. Stand back up. Both palms facing the ground, and bring both palms down. And I want to finish with the exercise from the Heaven to Earth series. We're going to do the heart exercise. This is This is the course that we're running next week, next Tuesday I think it starts. We're doing an online course, so this is the one we're doing next, and it's a very cool exercise, so I'll talk to you a little bit about after the course. But this is there's 9 exercises in the set, and this is one of the exercises, but this, as I say, it's for your heart. I'm going to show you the whole thing, and then we're going to go back and do it slower, but I just want to show you what it looks like so your mind sees the whole thing. It starts with your hands there, they come to there, palms down, don't do this, just watch, and then turn over, palms towards the sky, then it comes up, turns to the front, then it comes around, you make a thing called sword fingers, which looks like that. Sword fingers are your 2 fingers are touching your thumb, and the other 2 fingers together. You'll see people when they do Tai Chi sword, you'll see them doing these fingers, yeah? 2 fingers face towards each other, and then they turn around, back of the fingers to back of the fingers, and they face towards your heart. Leave them out from your heart, don't have them touching your skin, there's a gap there. Then you open them up, and then you bring them back down again, yeah? But there's a bit of a breathing pattern to get to there. When we bring our hands to the side, we have the idea of saying here, it's yin hangs. The energy is coming out of the palm of our hand, comes out the palm of our hand, and it goes parallel into the universe, into the earth, which is 6,370 kilometers to the center of the earth. I don't know how I know that, I just do. And it goes straight into the center. And if you imagine this is the center of the earth, and there are 2 beams of lights come either side of the land, and wherever you are in the world, we're all going to meet in the center of the earth, and all our beams are going to meet together and mix inside the center of this planet. It's a very cool experience, yep. So when you're going down that way, when I was young, they used to say the other side of the world was China, but I don't think it is for Bali. I'm not quite sure what the other side of the world is for Bali. I think it's in America somewhere, actually. So the idea of that, so we connect in through the ground, right to the center of the earth, but when we turn our hands over, then it goes out into space, it goes out into that way. And it goes out into the universe, it goes straight out, they stay parallel, the energy goes out parallel, don't have them touching, they go out parallel. Yep, and they stay parallel. Then you turn the hands over, and the energy coming out of the palm of the hands go parallel across the planet, and then out into the universe, so it goes that way. Yep. And then we're going to bring the hands around, then we're going to move the hands slightly, and the ends are going to touch, and they're going to come racing all the way back, and when you bring your hands around, the palm of the hands, palm of your hands, and the energy is going to go from the palm of the hand and meet in the middle, palm of the hand meet in the middle. It depends how visual you can see it all bubbling in the middle as they meet, and then you're going to turn that around, and then you're going to change the hands, and it's going to come out your fingers that way. And now you're going to connect these 2 fingers and these 2 fingers facing towards you. The other 2 fingers, the thumb and the 2 fingers, are facing back towards your heart. Yep, that way. They're going to go that way. Then it's going to turn over, back of the fingers, and then bring them down. Keep your shoulders down. Cool. Okay. From the ground. Now take it, you only move on the out breath. So take a breath in, feel the body expand. Breathe out and move the hands to the side. Take a breath in, feel the body expand. And then breathe out, let them float to the side. Your hands connecting to the earth. If you want to, you can do little circles, you can feel the energy coming out of the palm of your hands. Take a breath in. Breathe out and rotate the hands so facing towards young, hands towards heaven. Breathe in. Breathe out, rotate them to the front. Right across the planet. Breathe in again. Let the body expand. And then breathe out. Bring your hands back around to the front. Palms forward, palms first. Then fingers towards fingers. Then turn them around. And into your own heart. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders out. Don't pick your shoulders up. Keep them down. That's it. And sit there quietly. Good. Then I want you to open up your fingers, like opening up your heart, giving your heart some space so your heart can look out. Open up your hands and bring your hands down, yeah? Good, right down to the bottom. We'll do it one more time. Take a breath in. Let the body expand, breathe out. Take a breath in, body expand. Breathe out. Yin connected to the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Breath in. Breathe out. Connect first, then make sword fingers. Then turn them round. Good. Then open your fingers, open your heart. And then bring your hands down. And leave your heart open. That's it, good. Now as you stand in this posture with your heart slightly open, take a breath in and then feel your heart expand. Leave it expand and then breathe out. Breathe in, feel the heart expand again. Leave it expanded and then breathe out. Now this time your heart's out here, so it's out right out to your rib cage, so your whole heart energy is inside your body. But I want you to take it outside of your body. I want you to go to a foot outside of your body. Breathe in. And have your heart energy out here, so it's all around you, like right round you this way. And it's expanded out, a foot out. Yeah. Leave it expanded and breathe out. Good. We're going to take it a meter out this time as we breathe in. And feel the energy of your heart right around you in like a meter area. Good. Leave it there and breathe out. Good. Breathe in again, straight out to the meter, leave it out there. I'll put my hands down because you don't need your hands up. Breathe in, meter out. Leave it expanded, then breathe out. Good. Breathe in again, go a meter out energetically from your heart. Hold this space, and then breathe out. And next time you're with somebody or somebody you love, sit, expand this energy of your heart right outside that, so they're inside your heart energy. Yeah, hold it over there. If your loved ones, your husband, your wife, your children, hug your children and engulf them energetically with the energy from your heart. We're only going a meter out, it can go a lot further. But just get used to that idea of walking around in this energetic bubble from your heart, and not in your head, in your heart. It's different. And hold that space and communicate with people in that place. If you go and have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee with somebody, sit down with them, have them inside your energetic bubble. Yeah, hold the space like that. And I think then you'll find it has a remarkable effect on not only them, but it also has on yourself. You're not doing it to affect them, you're doing it for your own experience. You want to know what it feels like to have an open heart and have the power and the energy in your heart. It's a beautiful space, and we can all do that. Yeah. So I encourage you to practice that today. Just want to clear our lower dantian out before we finish today. So sometimes the energy when we're training, the energy can get stuck in our physical body. A lot of it goes out when we do the exercise. The energy goes out through the hands, and all the perverse chi goes out, or rebellious chi. It's like unwanted energy in our body. We're just getting rid of it out of our body. But sometimes it gets stored in our physical center, which is our lower dantian. So we're just going to clear that out. Yeah? So put your hands on your dantian. For men, you need to put your left hand on your tummy with your right over the top. Woman, you need to put your right hand with your left over the top. Yeah. You're going to bend down. As you bend down, keep your bum tucked down. Don't stick your bum out. Tuck your bum underneath. Breathe out through your mouth. And then bring your hands to the side. Stay down here. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. in. One more time. Breathe out. Very good. Breathe in. Bring your hands on the dantian and stand up. So I know some of you have been asking me questions about the course on next week, on next Thursday. It's 4 days and we're doing it live. There's a part of it a pre-recorded, and then we do live class. We do all the classes live, and we do live Q&As after every lesson, so you get to talk to us about that. Also the energy, the Q&A. But what I want to say about the live course, because people say, well, you can't replace an in-person course with a live course. It's not the same. Well, the truth is, of course, it's not the same. They're totally different. But they have their own unique character, and that's the thing that I found after doing the other ones, was that it's not what you think it is, but there is something that comes with it. And I think we got used to communicating via screens, and as much as it's much better to stand in front of somebody, but it's an option that's just different, but it brings a very different flavour, different energy. I was surprised how cool it was. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to doing the next one. You have a different relationship with people, and what this allows us to have this connection with all these people around the world, and there's something magic happens with that, about the connection of that, like right now, because it's almost like I'm standing here, but I can all feel you out there, and it's a bizarre feeling, and I can actually connect with you energetically. And when we went down today, and we were through down to the ground, and we sent the energy down to the centre of the earth, and you all were doing this from all around the planet, it had a remarkable feeling. All the hairs of the arms were standing up. I don't understand, even remotely try to understand the concept of that. I just know that there's an energetic connection we can have. So I encourage you, it's not the same, but it is very cool in its own way. It's unique. So if you're thinking of come and do it, and you'll see what I mean about the experience of that. If you can't come and do the whole time, and it doesn't work with your hours or your time when we're doing, because we are filming from 9 to 5 Bali time, you can watch the second half of it. They're all recorded, so you can go online and you can do them in your own time. You can come on the Q&As, you can come and do the practices if you want to just do the practices themselves, and then come to the Q&As after and watch the other ones. You can do that too. There's lots of ways of doing it. You don't have to be there the whole time for 4 days. So it opens up a time where you get to practice these. And we're going to do these sets of exercises, the heaven and earth, 6. We're going to do 8 times. We're going to practice it 8 times. So we get a pretty good understanding of the set, and you'll know it well enough, you'll be able to practice them yourself. So I want to encourage that. So come and do that if you're interested in that. So it's been welcome. Now, for the people who are on there live, if you have any questions, please write them down, and I'll answer them after the class. I'll wait for you to do them, and then I'll work them out. If you want me to show you something, I'll show you the next class. For the people who are watching it, have come on later in the pre-recorded one, if you have any question, please write them down either in YouTube or Facebook. I'll always go back and answer them for you. So if you have any questions, please do that. It's just a way we can connect with everybody and answer that, because I get a lot of questions. So very welcome. I love the questions. They're fantastic. So have a beautiful day. For the people in Europe, have a beautiful day, because it's the start of your day. And for the people in Australia and New Zealand, it's going towards the end of their day. So have a great day. These exercises are really powerful today. It was very cool. We're just going to bow out of the class. Put your hands on the side. Roll back. Bring your left hand underneath, right hand on top. Take your mind into all the people in the world that are struggling and need some help today. It's a tough time for some people in the world. Send energy from your heart to the people in the world. Oh, before you do that, I need to cue this. Before you give the energy to the heart, let your heart expand. Take a breath in, let your heart expand. Hold that power of the heart. Now think of them. Yeah, that's it. Now, that's the different thing, isn't it? Now give that away. You can have as much of that as you want. Go. Good. And step back from the group, and then bow to everybody in the world today. Or everybody in the class and everybody that joins the class. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Have a beautiful sleep. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Bye-bye.